Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So, it's time. Time has come to get this car, its long tube headers and full custom exhaust. So, let's get this thing on the hoist and see what we got for ideas to design the new mid-pipe. All right, so we got quite a bit to do. One thing I am worried about is with the X pipe that I have for this car, for the new exhaust, because this is 2.5 right now, and we're planning on going with a 3-inch on both. So this gap here is going to be roughly the same on the X pipe that we're designing. Plus, we got to make sure that there's perfect room between these guys here, because I feel, what the heck?
I got nose! Get up! Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Oh, okay, I guess that's normal. Okay, didn't look normal. So anyway, so we gotta somehow design it to be almost like the factory one, but we wanna increase the horsepower. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the X pipe in this area. That's gonna give us a lot of room. The X pipe you always want around 18 inches away from your collectors of your long tube headers, or if you go further down, what happens is you're gonna lose power, or just the effect of what the purposes of the X pipe. So
Okay, if we just went at it for a while.
Is it safe?
No, it's really dangerous. Come on.
we're gonna put that in this area. Come down here. So here is where it's gonna get really tight, because we got the rear of the torque tube and the gas tank. That's kind of really tight area. So I got a really tight spots. Like, we can design this, it's not a problem. So we got that hanger to do. Down here, it doesn't seem like there's any hangers. So we're probably gonna end up changing that too, because the weight of the exhaust, I mean, it's not heavy, but we wanna make sure that it's not gonna put any stress onto our, what the heck's going on there? It's just rubbing along, brake cable, that's cool. That's pretty cool, just rubbing on the exhaust. Okay, we're gonna fix that too and make sure that doesn't happen. This guy, like I said, is gonna go right into this area. So that is, even if it was to go down this area, I think we're gonna be perfectly fine with this whole scenario. So we're gonna want this as close as possible. It's almost pretty much where this is, a little bit forward than where the X pipe is. We kind of just want it, you know, because I'm pretty sure the new headers, the long tube headers, they stop about here. So we got to really do the measurements. We want to stay as close as possible to this for it to do its purpose. So that is one thing that we are really gonna have fun with. So we finally got the whole exhaust out. As you guys probably saw, I brought the torch out to heat up the bolts on the heads. I highly recommend doing that. Start your engine, let it run, get it hot, and then also add that extra heat, because once you snap those bolts in the head, it's nothing but a nightmare. By the way, you should see what the boss is doing right now. Check this out.
Doing a great job.
Wow, just chilling. You know, creepers are for undercars.
Like almost under a car.
Almost. I don't think you need a creeper for a hoist, but that there Dodge probably you could probably do something there.
Ew, I'm not sticking myself under a car.
So you guys can see we got those kind of in place. Kind of get an idea of what we're doing here. What are you doing?
Under a car.
You're under a car that's on a hoist.
That's okay, I'm still under a car.
See? He's nuts!
Totally beats the purpose of a hoist. God. Anyway, so.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh my God, things getting done around here. So as you can see, none of the bolts broke while I was doing this because I preheated them up, and that's the biggest thing. I also realized I have a little bit of oil coming down and realized that was coming from my catch can. The bottom of it wasn't exactly the tightest, so I put some thread sealer on all of it and retightened and everything and make sure everything's good. So that is one thing when you're doing headers. Actually, this car just had a whole bunch of work that we just did to it. So cam, lifters, springs. We did the LSXR 102 intake manifold and the BBK cold air, and now it's getting long tube headers. So especially with the cam, it needs to go in for tuning. I just wanted to have everything done on the car before we decided to waste the money in doing tuning. I guess it's not really a waste of money because we're the ones tuning it, but so we just want to get the car set ready for the run. I'm thinking, Friday? What is it tomorrow? Thursday. So Friday, I'm hoping I have this car done, back on the ground and ready to do the first tune, as in just kind of getting it idling properly and everything, and make sure the maps and the air fuel ratios are all proper. I also had to buy a air fuel ratio gauge. I highly recommend that when you're doing tuning also. So this car should be coming together here pretty shortly. We're going to be also changing the side skirts because the other side broke. I don't know, I'm pretty sure those are factory exhaust tips. Nothing wrong with them, I guess. They're just kind of hanging there. But we're just one thing at a time. We just want to get this thing on the ground, get it ready for running, and then go from there. So we got a lot of welding to do. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But I think I am done for tonight, and we're gonna continue this video for tomorrow. All right, guys, so we're carrying off where we left off. So far we did a little bit of work this morning. You can see the exhaust is somewhat in all the way about here. Now it looks like shit because all this weird sticker shit, but we got these all in, and we're just dealing with the headers over there. You can see them sitting there. So we got everything out of the way, and I'm just about to start getting the new manifold in. There's a little bit of a modification that I have to do to them before I keep going, but I'd like to get them in so we can finish up the markup on this car and get this thing done and down. Now, there is one thing that I kind of forgot. I think I'm gonna need it, and I'm positive I'm gonna need it, is the O2 wire extenders. And I didn't think of that until last minute, because the old O2s sit on the actual manifolds. These O2s kind of sit right at the bottom of the collectors. So more waiting probably. It's we're gonna build some extenders, or we're gonna buy some. So, but anyway, let's get these in and test the fitting. So I had to stop the video because it was taking me way too long to get that driver's side in. Headers on a Corvette, long tubes, are a bloody nightmare. I try not moving the steering rod just because they are the most stubborn to get back in line to be where they need to be for right driving, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, it's in-ish. There's a little bit more modification I have to do to it, but I'm not popping it back out. So I'm gonna try doing the modification while it's hanging in the car. It is not fun. It is very, very stubborn to get it past that steering rack. I got mine in. You make sure you take out your spark plugs. I'm gonna let some air in because it is sauna hot in this mother. But anyway, so there it is there, sitting there. And yeah, we're gonna do that quick modification to it quickly and then see how it fits. So fingers crossed, because the biggest thing, I don't want to hear no exhaust hitting any kind of metal, and I hate that. Really hate that, despise that sound. All right, so we're just putting the bolts in. We've just finished putting the gasket in. Yeah, I don't think I would ever do this ever again on another C6. I say that now, but we know down the road I will. All right, guys, so day 3 of messing with the Corvette, doing the full exhaust. So as you can see, we had to add another bong here because this one is not going to work because it is so tight between the starter and the O2 sensor will not even go in. So one thing that I'm really not looking forward to even do a starter in this car, you literally have to undo this whole side of the long tube header to actually get the starter out, because this bolt literally hits the pipe. Like, it's just very poor design. But anyway, you can see, so we had to make some pipes. So we got to clean those up, and then when you come down here, we have a wind off, just a nice S that goes around this body panel here. Same with the other side, and then we got it going all the way to the back over the diff. So it's coming along. I'm getting excited. A few things I wasn't too happy about. So one of the issues is right here where it's almost hitting the cross member. You can see where I've kind of hammered it in a little bit. Probably gonna need more on this one side, because when you rev the engine, it turns, and you don't really want to hear that hitting that and putting stress on those bolts up top. So same with this other side, we had to do the same thing, and the steering rack up above. So I'm not gonna be probably running these for too long. I'm probably gonna run them for a year or so, and then buy a different set, or take these ones and cut them apart and completely just redesign a new way of doing it, because these could have been done a little bit nicer. So when I do that, I'm actually gonna make this all one piece all the way through to stop here. So the X pipe, I'm not exactly happy where it is, because for actual good performance, you want it between 8 to 18 inches away from your collector. So I usually measure here where the collector is, just getting to the collector, and then you measure all the way down. So I think it's a little bit more than what it's supposed to be. Let me double check. Let me grab my measuring tape. So I would say there. So we're dead on. So 18. We're dead on. So that's pretty good. We're a little less than 18, but that's perfect. So I am happy. So it's still going to do perform. I'm excited. It's going to be loud. I guarantee it's going to be loud. We've got 3-inch all the way through. So let's keep on going. All right, so finally have it done. I got to run a couple zip ties because I actually had to build my own extended wires for the O2 sensors. So I'm gonna get those zip tied up, but check it out. All right, so before I get a little crazy with everything, I need to get this air-fuel ratio gauge installed on this car. So right now I'm working on removing the middle console. Reason why is because the belly of these cars are so flat, it's very hard to run it from, let's say, your left side or your right side. It's quite easier just to run it straight through your actual torque tube tunnel. I find this is the easiest and the cleanest way, and less dangerous for anything laying down that's going to fall through and get damaged while you're dealing with this. So I'm going to start getting this console ripped out. I have a big mess on the passenger side, so I don't know where half of this stuff is going to go, but we're going to get this all done so we can get this thing rolling on the ball. Got to get this thing ready for tuning. I want to at least get some sort of tune in tonight, just an idle tune at least, and then maybe I might take it home, let it sit through the night, and then do a scan in the morning just to make sure everything is going to be where it needs to be. Because I actually also need to do on the tune is delete the secondary O2s. So sensor 2 on both banks, bank 1 and bank 2, they're going to be deleted, and we're just going to be running the front ones. So let's get this thing going. So it's finally done. Everything is done. We're ready to get this thing in for tuning. I'm gonna do the tuning myself. I think we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna log into it here and download a tune and then work a little bit on it and see. There's not much I can do today because it is super windy, as you can hear. It's pretty windy and it's pretty cold. So I'm kind of waiting for more of a nicer day to get this car done, but check it out.